Hi, I'm Kristi Frank from season number 1 of Donald Trump's The Apprentice, and welcome to the Success Show. I'm here today with a very special guest, David Phelps. And today he's got some insider secrets for us. So David, let's hear a little about your background, and then we can get into how many people you're helping and why you're doing what you're doing. But today let's find out first off, why and how are you into the business you are into?
Sure, Kristi. Well, I am a small business owner, an entrepreneur, a dentist. That's my niche. And like so many dentists, small business owners, we get up every day, we go to work, we put our lives on the line, we risk capital, we have to learn how to manage staff. Problem is, we don't get any training in that. We are learned to micromanage and work in specifics, and we have a real perfectionist background, but no training there.
Are you speaking dentists don't get training into how to run a business?
Exactly,
yes.
Exactly.
Yes. No, that's exactly right. You went to dental school. How many years did you spend in dental school?
8 years of dental training and 0 in business.
That's crazy.
So it is.
Okay, so you have that background and you're in your dental practice. So tell us about the transformation and the leap into what you're doing now.
Sure. Well, everybody who's lived to be 30, 40, or even by 50 years old have probably lived through some type of a life crisis, a trauma, a difficult time they've had to get over. And I've probably had 4 of those, but the major 2 that I've dealt with and still dealing with is I have a daughter who has had some life-threatening medical issues, and we're not out of the woods yet. So that event really forced me to have to look and make some changes in the way I was living my life, and particularly my practice. Most business owners don't run a business, the business runs them. I had to find time to get out of the practice, but still have the practice run without me, to put it on autopilot, so I'd have time to spend with her. And without having that event, which I'm grateful that she's still alive today, but it forced me to do things, and now I have more time in my life. I have less stress, and I can spend it with her. And I have an exit strategy in my own practice, so that even though I still own it, it is on autopilot today. And I'd like to see more dentists be able to have that option, not because they're forced to, but if they want to sell, when it's time to sell, they've got it in place.
Oh, I know so many dental professionals that are, trading hours for dollars. They're stuck to the office. They don't make money if they're not there. And so you're really giving them an opportunity to have a little more freedom, to spend time with your family, to have a life after their practice. So tell us about this special system. You have the ultimate profit. Tell me about the system you've created.
Right. Well, it's basically a dental practice profitability and sales toolkit. This kit really has everything in it. It was built off of my experience, the research I had to do, and coordinating a lot of different experts in putting the plan in place. But what it does is it's easy to implement. It has an action plan guide, CDs that go with it. Everything's on also a CD-ROM form, so that a dentist can actually work through this him or herself. They can also use it to work with their practice advisors like a CPA or attorney. But the main thing is they don't have to start from scratch. And that's the big problem. When I was looking for help, there was no one source I could go to, no one place that had it all. I had to put it all together. And I don't want other dentists to have to do that. There's no reason to have to reinvent the wheel.
Exactly. That's great. So it's an actual A to Z formula. Could you even have some of your office staff implement some of the strategies?
Absolutely. Part of the key is in the small business environment, and particularly dental offices, the dentist just tries to do it all. And learning how to delegate and outsource effectively is a big, big key to making this all happen. So it's really a done-for-you situation that dentists can put together, or I've got a coaching and consulting option that can get it done for them if they'd like me to come in and do it.
That's very valuable as well. So let's talk about the ultimate dental practice profitability and sales kit. It sounds like increase the numbers and give you a blueprint to try and sell that practice, which is so valuable. So why did you create the system?
I had to do it for myself first. That was the bottom line, and I struggled to do it. But now that I have freedom from the practice and really spend a lot of time with my daughter, I wanted something I could do to give back to the profession. Because why do something that could be used for other people if you can't share it with them? And I thought this would be the best way to do it, to have the manual, the whole kit that just does it A to Z. As you said, it really gives a blueprint for putting it all together.
And as you said, there's nothing out there like this. This is something that you came up with because there was a need in the market and it wasn't there.
Exactly.
That's great. So let's talk about someone who's gone through your system and tell us what do your customers say? What do the dentists say and they come to you raving?
Well, the first things they usually say is, wow, I didn't know that there was so much involved. But when they work through the process, they also are very thankful and grateful because no one's brought up some of the issues and the questions. Most get into practice and they live comfortably, but they live with a lot of stress in their lives. Yes. And reducing that stress, giving them more time for their family, for their hobbies. Less stress also equates to a more healthy life.
Marriage,
kids. Exactly. Higher practice revenues just by having these in place, which help them pay down debt more quickly.
Well, that's huge.
Also helps them have more retirement savings available. And certainly higher revenues in any business increases the value of that business. So when it is time to sell, they get a higher value versus selling it in a crisis mode or last minute where the valuation is going to be much lower.
Right, and starting the system early and helping them document numbers and how to increase the numbers and really a system, that's really what I know sells. A business, you're buying the system, so you're showing them, right now, this is how you start showing a prospective buyer, this is why you need to buy my business.
Right. Warren Buffett says that the only real reason to have a business is to have a business to sell. It doesn't matter when you sell it, but implement those systems now, because while you're in the business, you're already maximizing profitability and doing it much more efficiently and with, again, less stress, more time to do it. So again, that's a great reason to do it now and be prepared.
That's great. And also I know people are going to be coming to you. I know a lot of dentists who, they take the kit, but they want that one-on-one coaching. Tell us a little about your coaching programs.
Sure. Well, they'll take the kit and they'll go through it, and some will get partway through it, or they may have questions, and that's a big part of it. I certainly can make myself available for coaching or consulting on a one-on-one basis, and that's helped a number of people just really move through it, implement it more quickly. I know in my own life that when I've had mentors help me get through different processes, that it's really made a huge difference than if I try to fight through it myself.
It's so invaluable. Yes, very valuable, and I know you're helping a lot of people, so thank you so much, David. Where can someone go who's watching, where can a frustrated dentist go and really find out more about you?
Sure. Well, the website we have is www.dentalpracticeprofit.com.
dentalpracticeprofit.com. Great. David, thank you so much. It's been a wonderful time spending with you. I know you're helping so many people, so many dentists, so definitely check out dentalpracticeprofit.com. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Kristi.